Here we go. This is our main event of the evening. We have Gary Squeaky Rooney coming in 2-0, undefeated. Also 11 amateur wins. 2 of his pro wins. One was by a flying knee, the other was by an armbar. Then Bobby Chikavhu, 4-0, undefeated as an amateur as well. And 1-0, undefeated as a pro. 2 absolute prospects in his 125-pound division. Facing off here in the shock and awe cage. Here we go. Rooney coming out aggressive.
Boom!
Oh,
wow.
Maybe not. Super, he got caught on the chin in the first 10 seconds of the fight. Chikavhu coming in, looking for the finish.
Wow, that was lightning fast.
That's what you get with these 125-pound fighters, isn't it? Just the speed, but Chikavhu's got to be careful here. We know that Rooney's got a lot of wins by submission. It's one of his strengths, how dangerous he is on the ground.
Yeah, I mean, you've got to be careful for sure.
But yeah, Chikavhu stung him early on. Rooney trying to use the cage, get back to his feet. Chikavhu trying to pull his hips away. Nice shots. How much is that heavy shot taken out of Rooney? This was the dream start to this fight for Chikavhu.
Yeah, he's not giving it any space at all, is he?
No, he's just, he's so heavy on him. Beautiful pressure work. One of those things, it's the difference between like MMA jiu-jitsu and like sort of standard, Brazilian jiu-jitsu, submission wrestling jiu-jitsu, where to pass the guard, you'd move backwards and give space. MMA, you don't need to pass. You can control the upper body, hold him down, do some ground and pound, do some damage, make sure you win the round. That's what Chikavhu's doing from here. He's just putting pressure on him. Rooney in the moment struggling to find an answer.
Yeah, and he's giving himself space to throw at the right time.
Yep.
To keep himself safe.
Rooney looking for an angle. Grumpy ref.
Yeah, toes in the cage, toes in the fence.
Oh, so it's not on purpose, is it? It's an accidental one. Space there for Rooney. Chikavhu let him back up to his feet, makes him eat a calf kick for it.
He's about halfway into the round as well.
Oh, Chikavhu's got some serious power in those hands. Rooney coming forward with a big left hand of his own. Now we're seeing Rooney get his timing down a little bit better, settle in, keep his hands tight. Looking for a home for that left hand.
Yeah, I think Rooney's face looking a little swollen.
Oh, definitely hit a big shot at the start of this fight, didn't he?
Yeah, I mean, I wonder what his game plan is going to be here, if he's going to set up for a takedown or... I mean, I wouldn't be, I wouldn't blame him for being a bit gun-shy after that.
Well, we're not really seeing at the moment. We're seeing great head movement. It almost feels like he's settled in now.
Yeah.
He's starting to get his timing down, starting to feel it out. Yeah, Rooney, they're both very new to the pro ranks. Rooney comes in looking for a single leg. Very tough start to this fight for Rooney, but he's really rallied. Got back to his feet from a difficult position on the ground, at a big shot. Now he's the one pressing forward.
Oh, nice, got the hips.
Yeah, Rooney's doing a great job of pressure. Chikavhu's trying to fight this position. Will he get dragged to the floor? Very nearly. Fantastic balance by Chikavhu. With that GB top team, Brad Pickett's gym, where Chikavhu's been training some of the best fighters in the world there. But also SBG Island, some of the best fighters in the world there.
Yeah,
so it's not one advantage, I would say. Knees coming through to the legs. Not more knees. Shrugging him forward is Rooney. Trying to get this takedown, trying to get to a dominant position.
Chikavhu's balance is great. He's just not having it. He's just not going down.
Wow, great pressure. Yeah, still trying to fight this position, and he trying to. The thing is that they both got an underhook. Rooney's doing a better job of the head positioning and the body pressure leaning into him against the cage, but doesn't have an overly dominant position with the hands. Struggling to get the takedown. Problem is, I felt like he needed to do more to win that round because of the knockdown in the first 10 seconds.
Yeah.
That probably still wasn't enough to get the round for him.
Yeah, I think so. And I mean, it just shows his experience and his level. He didn't panic. When he did get back to his feet, he didn't really panic. You know, he waited for his moment and then he went in for the control and for the wrestling. But I mean, he looks well recovered.
Yeah, these 5-minute rounds, they do take it out of you, don't they? It's just so much harder. That step up from the amateur ranks of 3-minute rounds to 5. It's you're like, oh, it's only 2 more minutes. No, it's an eternity.
Yeah, yeah.
And the pace you put on, the rest time doesn't increase.
No.
You get the same amount of rest, but you got to work sort of 40% more.
Yeah.
Brutal. Here we go, round number 2 in our professional main event. Gary Squeaky Rooney in the black shorts and Bobby Chikavhu in the yellow and black. Looking very confident.
Yeah, some flexing going on.
Oh, thunderous calf kick from Chikavhu. Another one. Oh, the redness. There's a red line across Rooney's calf, right calf, and left.
The timing was great on that.
Yeah, fantastic. Oh, flying knee attempt.
Out of nowhere.
Rooney's having success here. He's controlling the fight up against the cage. You saw at the end of the last round, but he's not doing anything. There's no ground. Now he's doing something. That's important.
Yeah.
Especially early. 4 minutes to work. If he can keep Chikavhu down, it's going to be hard to do, though.
Yeah, well, Chikavhu did the right thing. His hips, he walked backwards so that he could get his hips to the fence. And
yep.
Much better position.
Oh, 100%. He's going to be trying to wall work and trying to get his shoulders back there, slowly working back to his feet. But Rooney's pressure is just so difficult to deal with. Look at that. Just body position, head position. Incredibly powerful as well for this 125-pound weight class. He sucked that leg out, Dagestani style. He's come back to his feet, just relying on his body pressure. Might look for some knees and pressure. Good work building up to his feet by Chikavhu.
Yeah, great work.
And turns in.
And doubles by the looks of it as well. He's got double underhooks, yeah.
And that's what allowed him to get back to his feet, fighting for those double underhooks, that body control. Gave him the space to get back to his feet.
This is the thing, when you take the risk and kind of rip away from the fence, or drop down, to the hips.
Yep.
Yeah, he's got great control.
Oh, good knees. Nice knees again. Real good pressure. Real good pressure. This is going to be, if he can keep doing this for the next 2 minutes, it will be enough to win him the round.
Yeah.
It's consistent pressure. And one of the things that Chikavhu's doing that Rooney wasn't when he was in the same position is he's throwing these knees, he's throwing these strikes. He's controlling the fight and being violent. Gonna look for a takedown. Oh, nearly gets it.
That's what I was waiting for. I was wondering when he was going to go for that.
Yeah, little cheeky shots.
I was about to ask the question, at what point does the referee start moving them along in this position,
The thing is, it's been backwards and forwards. And, Chikavhu's been close to a takedown. He's doing damage. Yeah, it's very hard to say. It's not as stable a position as you often see. There's some, although they're taking in turns to hold each other against the fence, it's fairly dynamic.
Yeah, it's just difficult.
I mean, I'd like to stick him in the middle. And
yeah.
Let's go.
Yeah, I mean, if not too much is happening, then that's when...
Yeah. I also appreciate this. I appreciate Chikavhu's pressure here. you know, this is maybe to the layman at home it looks simple, but this is so complex. It's all about his shoulder position, his hand position right there, his head position, the pressure. You see he's got his legs away, he's driving into him, using the space to give him a mechanical advantage. Rooney's looking for some cheeky shots. Get Chikavhu worried, so it gives him space to get out. Rooney's going to need that whizzer. Oh, Chikavhu steps over to side control. Beautiful transition.
That was great. Yeah, that's what he needed to do. There's a minute left.
Yeah, we've seen Rooney look very hard to beat in his previous fights, but Chikavhu's finding holes in his games. Good little elbows from the bottom by Rooney. Looking for pressure again. Some great vines from the bottom from Rooney, trying to stop Chikavhu passing. Chikavhu's smart. He's not, you know, he's not overcommitting to his pass. He just doesn't want to give Rooney any space. He wants to stay on him, do this ground and pound. You know, if he postures up more, he's got a chance of putting him away or doing real damage. But
yeah,
if he's, then it gives Rooney the opportunity to escape, make space. If you stay low like this, you can land some heavy shots, but without taking too much of a risk. They're just not the kind of shots that are going to put him away.
No, I just wonder if he's going to have this approach in the last round or not.
Yeah.
You know, because the thing is, when you're up against somebody so tough, at the end of the day, a win's a win. And this is, we're at pro level, you know, main event. Like, a win's a win in some cases.
Oh, 100%, yeah. You got to. This is a sport. I mean, the primary goal of this sport is to win fights. And I think sometimes for us as commentators, we want the most exciting fights, which aren't always. My favourite fighter ever is Georges St. Pierre, and he had a lot of boring fights. Let's be honest. Like, it was a lot of it. It was a lot. Some of them were a lot like this. They hold against the cage, get the takedown, win rounds. And the reason why he did that is he got knocked out in his career and realised that he needs to stop taking risks. It was just the goal was to win.
Yeah. Yeah.
It's not about, you know, you're the champ if you win. But it's also an entertainment sport. So it's trying to balance those two factors.
Yeah. Yeah. I mean, you can have, it's a little bit different now, but back in the day, as long as you were exciting, it didn't matter.
There's that as well, yeah.
Yeah, it didn't matter, but now it's a little bit different.
I also think both these fighters are so talented, they sort of cancel each other out.
Oh, for sure.
Heavy shots here, though. This is getting a bit more exciting.
Yeah, maybe some urgency from Gary Rooney, maybe his corner mentioned.
Yeah, I think there is some serious urgency from Gary Rooney. He's trying to set up some strikes now. That left hand, trying to find a home for it. I'm expecting Chikavhu will shoot at some point. And Rooney shoots, interesting. I'm surprised this was Rooney's plan.
Yeah, he doesn't want to get reversed here and end up with his back against the cage again.
Yeah, that'll be a nightmare for him. Also, I mean, he's had success in his earlier career with his grappling. Maybe he thinks he can take this in this third round. He's got 4 minutes to work. Can he get this to the ground? Do some ground and pound, look for a submission, look for a way to win this fight. Rooney pulling him away from the cage. What an incredible performance by both these athletes, though.
I was about to say.
The conditioning is insane.
Yeah, it's so grueling. I mean, it's tough, tough stuff.
It's one of those fights that isn't necessarily the most exciting for us to call as commentators, but the physical output is incredible.
You have to respect that.
Yeah.
And I mean, the amount of damage they do in these clinches, like, they're not big shots, but like, these are all things that are going to hurt, especially tomorrow morning. You know, like,
yeah.
All those knees to the thighs, to the ribs, you know.
But it's such an... Oh, that's a bit more like it. Oh, great work there. Chikavhu lets him back up to his feet. Rooney shoots again from miles away. Chikavhu with a power sprawl. Look at that, legs wide.
Yeah,
he's just got to stuff the head. Try and get Rooney's hands broken. There we go. Rooney comes up, looking to get another takedown drive through.
Great defense.
Yeah, Chikavhu's doing such a good job. Rooney's in a good position there, though. Can he suck those legs away, get his takedown? 2 minutes 30 to go in this fight. Yeah, I was just saying, this is such a great, amazing sport to be able to commentate on and call these fights, and we get the best seat in the house to watch them as well. These up-and-coming fighters and these pros at the end of our card here. It's you know, these guys put their bodies, their health on the line, essentially for our entertainment. What an exciting sport. Beats everything, right?
Yeah.
Don't come at me with your football.
no, you can keep that. No, it is. It's tough. And the thing is, it's easy if you've never really done combat sport or MMA or jiu-jitsu. It is easy to go, oh, why is he not doing this? Why is he not doing that? It's just like, well, if they could do it, they would do it. It's tough. It's a tough sport. There's so many aspects of it you have to learn.
Yep, 100%.
Which is why it makes it so interesting. That's another thing as well. You see a lot of these sort of retired MMA guys go into boxing now.
Yep.
Because it's just one style.
And you can do it when you're old.
Yeah. It doesn't matter. Like, you don't have to keep up with all the rest of it.
This is the grueling bit that no one wants to do when they're old. There's not a lot of old guys. There's not a lot of old guys doing wrestling. It's like jiu-jitsu guys, we get old, we just pull guard.
Yeah.
Like,
well, yeah, unless you were born in Russia or somewhere. There's guys.
some freak genetics, wrestling bears.
Yeah.
Oh, Chikavhu gets it to the floor. Rooney went for a wild throw there. Ended up on the bottom. 1 minute to go for Chikavhu. Can he get a finish in his second pro fight? He's looking for the mount. Oh, ends up in quarter guard.
I really don't blame Rooney for doing that, though. He had to do something.
Oh, 100%, yeah. So I'm surprised he keeps shooting. I thought maybe he'd load up on some shots.
Yeah. Yeah, fair play to him. You've got to do something.
The crowd cheering for Rooney, but I think it's just going to be too little too late at this point. 30 seconds to go. Can he do anything from the bottom position? Got half guard locked down. Chikavhu's raining shots. Thunderous ground and pound. Rooney's trying to make space. He's got that underhook. He's going to try and get to his side, but he's eating elbows the whole time for it. We've got 10 seconds left. The last few seconds of our main event here at Shock and Awe 38. Yeah. And what an event it was. Absolutely stellar fights the whole way through. Yeah, that was literally 28 amazing fights. I'm so happy.
It was great.
Phenomenal.
It was a great show, and what a performance from Chikavhu. Like, he looked very, very dangerous everywhere.
Yeah.
Absolutely everywhere in that match. And I'm very impressed with him.
And taking on a very game opponent, undefeated, 2-0, amazing amateur record. Willing to put himself out there, test himself. Yeah, I think we're going to see Chikavhu going through the ranks on some of the biggest shows in the world at some point, I'm sure. And yeah, getting closer and closer to a finish at the end there as well. And more dominant positions.
Ladies and gentlemen, after 3 rounds of action, we go to the judges' scorecards. All three have the bout 30-27 for your winner by unanimous decision. In the blue corner, barbaric Bobby Chikavhu. Ladies and gentlemen, thank you for all coming to Shock and Awe 38.